Hi, I'm Joe Weinman, one of the PTC'15 conference co-chairs, and it's my honor right now to be able to chat with Manjula Talreja, who's the VP both for service providers and cloud at Cisco. So she gets to see what's going on in this rapidly emerging industry. So first of all, Manjula, tell me a little bit about your role.
Yes, so I'm a 21-year veteran at Cisco. There is a lot going on in the market right now with digital disruption. So as I've moved around the company, I've been asked now to run both the service provider business and consulting services as well as the cloud business, because there's a huge convergence occurring in both those areas between the service provider players and cloud in the overall digital disruption market.
So you work with clients, or your team works with clients all around the world.
Yes.
So you must be seeing just an incredible number of different case studies and so forth. So what would you say, if you could wrap it up, what are the main trends that you're seeing among service providers, especially with the suite of emerging technologies that we're seeing?
So that's a very interesting question, because if I were to look at, and I want to step back and first talk about the digital disruption that's occurring. This whole area of digital disruption, whether it's social, mobile, hybrid cloud, data, big data, analytics, and security, that whole area of digital disruption is causing great market opportunities. Gartner's calling it the nexus of forces. IDC is calling it the third platform. We at Cisco call it the Internet of Everything. And for service providers, we believe, having done some work, it's a $1.6 trillion value at stake. And what is that? It's
a big number.
It's a huge number. But why is that? Because it's not just about one dimension. It's about machine to machine. It's about machine to people. It's people to people. And all of that is network-based. So for service provider, it's a huge opportunity, and it's a big number, because the network is the platform for all these various services to be connected, whether it's machine to machine, people to machine, or people to people. Most people call machine to machine Internet of Things. They call machine to people big data, and they call people to people collaboration. And what better platform allows you to drive all of this through the entire stack? It's the network. And who's driving the entire network platform around the world and deployment? It's service providers. So huge opportunity.
So as far as service providers being able to take advantage of this opportunity in the cloud, mobile, social, big data, and Internet of Things or everything, what is it that you would recommend that they pursue in terms of next steps or strategic direction?
So I'm seeing different perspectives to the point that you made around the world. There is a difference between the Asia-Pac players versus Western Europe versus United States. And I'll step a little bit into all three areas. There are three major areas where service providers actually have an opportunity. One is in the area of the demand that this Internet of Everything is putting on the network of service providers and their deployment on agility. It's all about speed. This market is moving very fast. It's not the traditional way in the old world where it would take the, service providers 1 to 1.5 years to deploy new kinds of services. So agility is so important. Second is, service providers around the world are dealing with cost pressures. So it's using Internet of Everything for their internal operations. Whether it's agility or whether it's cost pressures, Internet of Everything requires all service providers to drive cloud-based architectures for their infrastructure. So whether it is NFV for their network, or whether it is data center and virtualizing it and cloudifying it, it's the entire stack. But where I'm seeing a lot of the focus of service providers around the world is the growth area. So traditionally, whether we are talking about 3G, 4G, wireless deployments, governments around the world are driving towards a lot in reference to mobility and Wi-Fi. So whether it is in Japan, the 2020 Olympics that is driving Wi-Fi, and then smart stadiums for value-added services related to Internet of Everything, or whether it's NB&Co in Australia, or the new government in India that is accelerating smart cities, smart buildings, service providers have a huge opportunity for new monetization.
So there you have it. Service providers have a huge opportunity for monetization, and the digital disruption that we're seeing can really let them take advantage of that. Thank you so much, Manjula. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay.
Pleasure.